Hey guys, so the holidays are just like never ever going to be the same ever again. To me, holidays were about kind of just food, and more food. And now I can't do that anymore. Like maybe if I had trained for a few weeks and started drinking soda and really started making my portions a little bit bigger, I could have like stretched on my stomach in time for the holidays to eat whatever the hell I wanted. But instead, I did the opposite. And in my last video, I talked about how I was getting worried that my weight was getting up a little high. So I went on my fitness pal again and started counting my calories. I started kind of doing more walking and eating less calories. And so I lost a few pounds. I lost like 4 pounds, and I was like, yeah! I'm sure there was some water weight in there too. It probably wasn't all fat or whatever I lost. But I noticed at my Christmas parties that I went to, I really didn't eat much of anything. And then this morning, I actually like kind of, I thought I was going to gain, and I kind of like went down a little bit. And I was like, okay, that's cool. That's awesome. That's really awesome. But yeah, it's just you can't eat like you could before. You kind of like, yeah, I'm always good. Like, this is the holidays. I can, let's do it. Let's open the floodgates. Let's just do it. And you can't. You really can't. I really tried, but it's just so uncomfortable. You're like, I'm full. I'm really full. I can't. You can maybe wait 10 minutes and have another bite, and then wait 20 minutes, have some more. That's really the only way you can play this out, is just kind of nibble throughout the day. But you can't do that whole, like, pile of food anymore. And I can't do, like, a bunch of sweets anymore. I can only do, like, little cookies here and there, because my dumping still bothers me if I have really high sweet foods. Like a biscotti that's, like, or just, like, a cookie that doesn't really have too much sugar in it. I can have a few of those. If I do it with milk, that kind of seems to help with the dumping. But if I just have a lot of sweets on an empty stomach, oh God, I feel pretty horrible. But yeah, you can't. I'm sad about it, but yet like while I'm in it, I'm like, I'm so happy that I'm not, like, because it was like out of my control. I couldn't like help myself. I just shovel it down, and now there's this nope. You can't stop. You can't do it anymore. This is uncomfortable. No. Whereas before it was like an uncomfortable feeling, but there was always, your stomach still could keep expanding, and now it can't anymore. It's like, so there's like this sadness, but then it's like, then I put on my cute little dresses for Christmas, and I walk around, and I'm like, God damn it, I look fucking awesome. And I'm like, I'm happy. What else? Oh yeah, so this other thing I want to talk about. This laxative tea by Triple Leaf Tea. I've had this in my pantry for a long time, but it was one, I don't even know why the hell I ever picked it up. Obviously, I was constipated at one point and bought it, but then I was always scared to take it. And a few days ago, I think it was like Christmas, yeah, it was actually Christmas Eve maybe, I took it. Yeah, it was just like the other day. And I was like, well, it's early in the day. I don't have to go anywhere for a while. Or maybe it was the day before Christmas Eve. I think it was the day before. So I don't have to go anywhere. And I'm like, whatever, I'll just take it. I'll just drink it. And it worked. And all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, what is that? Ooh, it's like this cramp, and all of a sudden I'm like, ow, shit, I think, oh my God, the tea is working. So I went to the bathroom, and then it happened again, ow, and it just, everything just kind of like just made its way out, and I felt like, yeah, I'm ready, I'm empty, I'm ready for Christmas, So yeah, I don't know how old this tea is, but it still works. It's got some stuff in there. Senna. I don't know if that's something I should be drinking or not. I have no idea. Caffeine free, that's good because I'm drinking it late at night, so that's a positive. Yeah, I mean, it really worked for me. I don't know. I got to still look into it because this is just something I just started to take, but I'm going to probably read up on senna. Don't take senna long term. It's very bad for you or something. I don't know. But I just hate taking any kind of like, you know, milk of magnesia crap. It's disgusting. It's ugh. This is just tea. Just I feel like I'm just drinking normal tea, and you know, I'll mix it up with I'll do a bag of that, and I'll do a bag of like a fruity tea, and that kind of feels nice. So yeah, I'm luckily back on track, and I don't think I ruined myself from Christmas. I pretty much, whenever I had to go to a party, didn't eat anything all day, just liquids. And then I would go and eat, and even then I really couldn't even eat too much. And then I drank a lot of wine, and the wine just kind of upset my stomach a bit, and it also kind of was another like stopper for me, you know, to slow down. But it's really great to not have that feeling like forever. I always felt like I'd eat and I would never be able to stop, and I'd feel that oh fuck, why the fuck did I eat all of that? Oh fuck, I don't get that anymore. I get the dumping, I get that, and that sucks. It's different though, but to me, I'm in a way like I'm happy about dumping. So I'm like, all right, you know, like my surgery's still working, yes. But dumping is like it gives off a different feeling. It's like okay, you know, stop. But where you'd overeat, it was like I've lost control and this was bad. Whereas dumping is like I had like a couple cookies. It wasn't that I really overdid it. It's just my body is really sensitive to sugar, and I don't know. I'm just mumbling now, but yeah, I'm feeling good. I feel like I feel in control still. I mean, like right after surgery, you know, the few months after surgery, you feel so in control, and you start to slowly lose that. And I was always kind of afraid that I was really gonna lose it completely. But you know, now that I've been to, I'm almost 2 years out, and I just, you know, went to these holiday parties where there was this delicious food everywhere that I love, and I couldn't just eat it all. I couldn't go crazy. And I feel like that's something that's going to be with me for a long time. I don't think I'm ever going to revert back to how I was. I feel like this is like forever. And that's just great. That's just awesome. And I don't miss, you know, what I used to have, because there's so many great, awesome things now, like just being skinny and just feeling amazing, just looking in the mirror every day, trying on clothes and being a medium. Oh my god, like I always dreamt of just being a large. I was always extra large, always like size 14 pant girl, and now I'm like size like 4 pants. Like that's awesome. So I'm still like so happy I had the surgery. I don't know. I'm just like very, very thankful that I did this and that my husband did it, and just so happy. If you haven't gotten it yet, don't be scared. Don't freak out. I've seen some people just kind of send me messages like, oh my god, and I'm like, yes, the things are going to change, but it's going to change for the better. Sure, you won't be able to like binge out and pig out on all this food anymore, but that's a good thing, you know, and it is hard to make these transitions because, you know, for me, I think I really used food as like I've been on kind of this journey with like, learning about, I think what I have is depression, or I still don't really know what it is yet, but I think it has to do with hormones, and still think I'm floating around the idea of PMDD or something. But what I do is I have a calendar and I write down kind of like how I feel during the month, and I notice that like things start to kind of cycle. Like certain things start to happen to me where I feel like just moody or just kind of lonely or sad or whatever. And I start to kind of mark it down on my calendar, and I notice there's a system that my body kind of goes through, and I kind of can go and look on my calendar and be like, oh, I'm feeling sad today because this is how my body operates, and this is my time. I always get sad around this time. And in the past, I think I would deal with these weird feelings and I didn't know what the hell they were, and I just would eat and eat and eat and binge and binge and binge, and that would make me feel good. That was my medicine. And now all that's stripped away, and it's been kind of hard, like emotionally dealing with that, because I think really food was like a band-aid for just the crazy hormonal, crap that, have to deal with. And I'm sure everybody uses food for different things, but for me, I really feel like that was a big one for me. I, would always eat right around my period, around that, right before my period. I would I would eat till I'd throw up, and now I can't do that anymore. So now I just deal with like this loneliness and this like anxiety, or just I don't know. I just feel very just a lot of anxiety and depression and just this caca feelings, And I don't have food anymore to help me with that anymore. And I've kind of gone through different phases where I kind of started to shop a lot. Luckily, I shop at like places that are like really cheap, like Goodwill and stuff like that. So I don't feel too bad like buying all that kind of stuff. It kind of I can have my obsessions in a healthy way. And my husband, he is still like obsessed with like his little gym routines and building muscle, and that's like his new drive, his new thing. You have to find something after this surgery to really kind of keep you, you just have to find new things, because food is not going to be there to like give you that. You don't get that anymore, like sure, like it took me a long time to really like enjoy certain things I really enjoyed pre-surgery, like certain, I can't even think really what, let's say, I don't know, chicken Alfredo or something, like I would eat it after surgery and I'd be like, oh, this is really heavy and it's good. But before I'd eat it and I'd be like, holy fuck, this is so good. And now I can kind of get that, but it's still never going to be the same. It's kind of getting there, though. I can eat it now and be like, oh, it's good. But before it was like, this is good, But anywho, we all have our shit, I guess. But don't freak out. Get the surgery. You'll start to slowly peel away those onion layers and deal with your problems, because once food is kind of removed from the situation, you're going to start to kind of like, I would even start seeing a therapist, even if you don't really need one. But as shit starts changing, if you're married, see a therapist. If you're single, see a therapist. If you just, things in your life are going to start changing now that food is kind of not so important anymore. And also your body will be changing, your mind starts to change, everything starts changing, and I think it's really good to go see a therapist. I sadly never found a really great therapist. I had seen a few here and there, but I never found that really great connection. I did find one with somebody before surgery, but then of course they had to go and move away and go to another practice or something. But see a therapist, or just kind of like find someone you can really talk to, or even like kind of start a journal, or even like kind of meditate and kind of talk to yourself, be like, what is this feeling I'm feeling and why do I feel it? And just really try to like peel away those onion skin layers, man, because you'll start to realize like why you were eating and why you were doing the things you were doing, and they're because of this or that. So I feel like I've really like made like so many changes, not just the surgery and not eating as much and losing all that weight. Also, like all up here, there's been so many different things that have kind of happened to me. that have kind of, you start to really, I don't know. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm not going to go into my deep, dark crap, but everybody has their deep, dark crap that they have to deal with and they don't want to, so they eat. But anywho, I'm going on to like 15 minutes now, so I'm going to keep, hopefully, January 1st comes and that'll give you more momentum to keep kind of, going on with weight loss and, all right. Good luck, guys. Bye.